Yo, what up? It is the 18th of August 2024. It is currently, I think, 10:57 p.m. on a Sunday. And if you look at the time, you might notice that it is not the bugger off anymore. Yeah, I missed it. I kind of forgot. I remembered, and then it was like just past 6, and I was like, oh, well, can't do anything about it. But I went to the other bug offs already, so I don't think it's that much of a loss. Not that I intentionally missed it. Oh god. Today I discovered a bit of tape on the bottom of my mouse. I got the mouse not too long ago, and I peeled the tape off because it was peeling a little bit and it was making the mouse move weirdly. And that made the mouse move significantly faster than it ever has before. So I think yeah, I don't know. This is a hamster cage, I believe. Do I need a hamster cage? I don't think I need anything that begins with the letter H. No, I don't. Womp womp. I'm gonna get medicine. Oh yeah, no, wait, no, I do need medicine because Cube's been sick. But yeah, so that made me feel kind of stupid. I don't know, like, it was just tape. I kind of thought it was just, like, part of the... I don't know, maybe it is meant to be there, and it just peeled off, and now... Because now it's, like, super, like, it just goes. And it's got, like, sensitivity settings, so, like, I can press a button on it, and it changes how, like, quickly it moves around. And I feel like it's not, it's like... it's not a scale. It's like it's just a toggle, I guess. So it just toggles between different settings, and I feel like there's nothing that's fast enough. It's either too slow or too fast. There's no in between. Has someone moved in today? Nope. But yeah, that's my little tale for today. Hamster cage. I guess we'll see who won the bug off tomorrow. It's a nice clear night today. Maybe there'll be a shooting star. Well, if there is one, I'm ordering, so I won't be able to wish on it. Is that a little black Cosmo I see? Nope. I wasn't seeing anything, I guess. Alright, it's now 11 p.m. But yeah, that was I mean, yeah, basically all I've been doing today I've been playing Pokemon. I beat Pokemon Black today. And I kind of, I enjoyed it. I don't know. I think it gets, I mean, I know when people, refer to how good the generation is, usually people are referring to Black 2 and White 2, which I don't have. But, those are, like, a whole league more expensive, so it's not exactly the ballpark I want to be trying to aim for at the moment. But, I'm still, like, I was talking about the decks yesterday, but, just in general, I find that, execution of certain stuff is iffy. I don't really like the regions design, like the way... I don't like the fact that it's very linearly set out. Most other generations, like, have a little bit of crossover and overlap. Like, I think of, like, in Johto, when the Sudowoodo is blocking... It's, like, blocking the intersection between Goldenrod and, like, the left of... I forget what that town is, but, you have to... But until you get rid of that Sudowoodo, you have to go all the way around, going through, like, the Ilex Forest and stuff to be able to get to Goldenrod. But then when you get rid of that, that Sudowoodo, it like, it makes a nice shortcut. Stuff like that where it crosses over in itself. I like that stuff in region designs, and it just doesn't have it in Unova. It just doesn't really exist. I'm totally obsessed with fortune telling right now. Hey, let me practice on you and read your fortune. Ooh, I see. Your lucky item today is a vintage razor. If you're feeling down, just dance the weightlifting dance. Oh my gosh, you're so lucky. Maybe that'll rub off on me. Yeah, I'm not, the fact that Unova is, like, a straight line into a circle, but it's still the circle is still a straight line. It's just shaped like a circle. Like you still only go in one particular direction. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the way the rat region's designed. What do you think of Blathers? Who's that? He's like the curator or whatever at the museum. When you give him fish and bugs, he goes off on these long-winded speeches. Well, yeah, like you've ever done that, Hugh. All of the stuff in that museum was donated to him by me. But yeah, the story, it's like whatever. I don't think any Pokemon story is like great. I think if you're ranking Pokemon stories, it's at least in my mind, it's like it's sort of just ranking them off which one's like the least, maybe not the least bad, but it's like whatever one's the most serviceable. I don't really particularly care for the whole team, like for Team Plasma, I guess. I don't know what the general opinion is on that. I don't really like the evil teams starting from, like... I don't really like Team... I don't know. I haven't played Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, but, like, I don't like the sort of evil team formula that they had going on for a couple generations there, where it was, like... it's like a guy who's got this big dream for the world to be a particular way, and for him to do that, he needs to harness the power of the whatever legendaries for that game, and then use it to take over the world, and that's, basically the plot for, Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, X and Y, and then it kind of happens in Sun and Moon to a lesser extent, where, the Aether Foundation wants, like, to harness the power of the Ultra Beasts or whatever, but it's not as prominent. And then, Gen 8 and 9, they haven't really done a traditional evil team since. But yeah, I don't really like that streak where it's like, they're basically all doing the same things. I don't know. I like Team Rocket and I like Team Skull because they're like, they're thugs. It feels more grounded, I guess, whereas, Pokemon's kind of, it is always a mixture of fantasy and, like, kind of like realism. So, it's sort of like whatever one is being played into more. And I think for the evil teams, I don't know, I just prefer it taking, like, manifesting in a more, like, I don't know, maybe relatable way. I don't know, just, like, when they're, like, because, the evil teams, everyone in them is usually all, like, bumbling oafs, and that is always more entertaining with, when they're doing low-level crimes, like, being a thug. Whereas if it, like, oh, the actual plot of the team is to, like, take over the entire world, it's kind of, like, I don't know, there's the offset of, like, oh, it's a goofy, all of the team grunts are all goofy and silly. It's just, like, I don't know. I don't think that contrast works well, in my opinion, at least. I mean, I don't know. I mean... Even, like, Team Aqua versus Team Magma, it's like, it's a cool idea to have rival evil teams. The problem is that Team Magma you could sort of get, where it's like, okay, sure, overpopulation, we need more land for more people. Team Aqua, why do we need more water? Like, it doesn't make any sense. That plot just doesn't make, that motive, it doesn't actually make any sense in comparison. I haven't had a good, solid crush in a long time. I wonder if my standards are just too high. Your type? My type, well, it's definitely changes a lot, but right now I'm searching for a boy into racquetball and cookie, a hottie who'll cook me a hot meal, and bananas foster for dessert, then I'd officially be in love. Racquetball. Yeah, that's just how I feel. I mean, yeah, like, in terms of, like, story, like, I like story in games, but Pokemon I don't come to for story. Generally. And I think that's the kind of the thing is that, like, I feel like to me one of the main appeals of Pokemon is just having the same thing repackaged in a slightly different way. Because, like, the gameplay doesn't change radically. Like, even when you've got, like, gimmicks like Mega Evolution, it's still the same basic formula. But, there's an amount, is enough to enjoy in that sort of thing, I guess. I know, I mean, it depends on the amount of variation, of course. But I like, seeing new Pokemon, and, like, Even like in the later games, the towns start being more intricate, so just getting to new locations is like, cool. I mean, even in the older games, I like getting to new towns in the older games because it feels like a mark of progress. Like that feeling of like getting out of Dark Tunnel and like Pokemon Red and Blue, and then you enter into Lavender Town is such like a it is like this amount of like relief that you're out of Rock Tunnel because it's like the worst cave in the game, and then you get out and you're immediately in Lavender Town, and you're both relieved, but now you're like you're in Lavender Town, so it's like I wouldn't say Lavender Town's scary. Like I don't get scared of it, but it's not lively, so it's very I don't know. I like that sort of feeling. There's stuff like that. But yeah, the towns in Pokemon Black I do like. I like that there's some ones I forget. I'm not good with the names, but there's ones that have like unique set pieces, like the ones where they all live in like I think like they're like shipping containers, and the bridge village where it's like a village on a bridge, and the music is all NPCs in the town that you talk to, and they like develop the music tracks. They do some cool music stuff in Black and White in general. There's obviously the low health song, and I'm kind of iffy on that because so I mean battles have designated themes, especially like specific characters have their own themes. So having them being interrupted by a very contrasting song, like I guess Getsus is a good example where his theme is very slow and like kind of maybe eerie is not the right word, but it's not fast paced. But then if you get low health versus him, then suddenly we're switching to a completely different tempo. So yeah, the low health song is like it's a good song in isolation, but I think in terms of the way it's integrated into the gameplay, it can be a bit annoying. But yeah, I like general. I mean, I think they did cool with the soundtrack. I like the season gimmick. I think they didn't really utilize too much, but I still think it's a cool enough gimmick. So I think there's good stuff about it, but I also think that's like there's flaws in there that kind of make it a bit. It can be a bit of a slog to get through in certain points. What's up, S-Monkey? Hey, you into catching bugs? Sweet, you can test your skills against me. I'm a semi-pro after all. Let's see if you can catch a brown cicada. I don't wanna. Oh, weak! I thought you were my bud. Damn, I thought he thought I was his otaku. Have I seen Marina or Peewee? No, I have not. Where are they? But yeah, and I guess I like that Unova Black and White they circumvented HMs. They're not like necessary at any point. You need them to go to certain areas, and they still exist, but you don't need them to beat the game, which I thought is good because then you don't need a HM slave throughout the entire game like you do in some other games. I think Hugh is like mango mousse that's come to life. Actually, I think I take it back. Hugh is more like a lipstick. Yeah, mate, kind of smooth and blank with an eyeless stare. I'll bet that kid releases alpha waves or something. What does that even mean? What releases alpha waves? I don't know. Well, I know alpha is the first letter in the Greek alphabet, so is that it's the first wave? I don't know. I'm not going anywhere with that. Oh no, like gamma waves, like gamma, isn't that like radiation? Oh yes, my key. Listen, I've got some stuff I want to get rid of. It's nothing much, just an illusion floor, but it's in good shape. So what do you say? I don't want it for 2010 bells, no. You're not interested? That's cool, no biggie, maybe next time. Yeah, I'm good. But yeah, that's my, I guess, quote-unquote review of Pokemon Black and White, I guess. Well, I only played Black, but I'm sure White is the exact same game as is typically the case. I guess that's kind of it for today, isn't it? Did I talk to oh, did I talk to Bree? I believe I did talk to Bree. What did I talk to her about? Let me try and find her again. Oh, for the first time. I'm good at this. Oh, here she is. Okay, well, it'll be a quick chat anyway. I kind of like Bree. Okay, you know how some people think there's a prime age for falling in love? Oh yeah, she talked to me about her crushes. What do you think that age is? Prime age for falling in love. I feel like being adult age is like bare minimum because like teenage, your brain's not fully developed. You don't really know. You're not really living yet. You're still in like the school system. So I feel like you at least have to be an adult. But like 60s is, it's like here. Whoa, coming from you, that's a pretty solid response. Have you been watching those cheesy made-for-TV romances again? Sometimes the slider does not work so well for answering questions. Like, I have to wonder at what point it would just be better to have like, a regular selection menu. But yeah, I guess that's going to be it for today. And it might be the last time we'll talk about Pokemon Black, but I did recently. I don't own a copy of Pokemon Soul Silver. I'm renting, I guess is what I'll say. So I will be playing that pretty soon, and I'm really excited for that because Pokemon Crystal is like my favorite Pokemon game. So getting playing a remake of Johto for the first time is going to be really cool. Uh, Hopefully, I hope it's just as good, if not better. I've heard good things about it. I think people would generally say it's like the best Pokemon games. And I really like the region, so and just the Pokemon and stuff. So I think I'll enjoy it. But yeah, that's for another day. But yeah, that's going to be about it for today.